Yeah, so let's look on different properties with our light, and we'll begin by creating a simple standard point light. Bring closer. Let's create another object, placing, so we can preview effect of the light on this object. Okay, right here we have a point of light, and let's start with our lens flare. So we can right click and go edit lens flare. Okay, this is open a light editor. Lens flare is creating simulation effect of the light on the lens of the camera, because this is digital. We don't have any optical lenses, but we want to simulate or replicate maybe live, and this is effect lens flare is what help us to do that. You'll notice on the properties we can use a default or we can set default, so it will use another effect. This is the effect light lens flare will only going to local to this specific light. You can go to the atmosphere editor and going inside effect, and also we can go right here, work on a lens flare to all lights or direction. So this way we can modify global effect on those lenses. But the effect can be when lens flare, same as here. So let's look on these tools right now, and it's help us understanding same properties that we can go in atmosphere. Just not kind of remember this is local to specific light source, and another ones can be applied to the global to all light sources. Okay, so right here we have our flare intensity. By default it's set to 50%. We can increase, make it brighter, or dim down, make it less brighter. This is another ways how you can make the light source be visible with the lens flare. We also have it rotation, and this is more effect when you use it a number of frames. For example, you kind of squish, or you can use rotation for this. So let me go ahead, reset it. We also can add a blue anamorphic straight. It's going cross right here, so you can see the effect on the line right there. Next, we also have it rings, additional effect which apply ring around. Let's increase intensity so we can preview. You can see the ring. We can increase the radius of this ring. Okay, great additional kind of effect. We can add random strokes, and this is kind of nice effect. I like to create it because creating some lines pointing away, very nice to create stars, other things. Also similar to this we have right here star filter. The different is star filter will create stronger, more same type of the lines going around. You can see the kind of same intensity and more in a way synchronized, almost like you can see lines line more geometrical. We can increase number of the stars and create substars if we need it. However, random strikes, it is similar but more random areas, so you can see more here, less, so it depends. You can always, for example, decrease a little bit intensity amount, and you can combine them together to create even stronger effect with this more like look like a star. Again, this light's kind of nice. You can place it as a star around, and you can also save these lights and reuse it. Okay, so we'll use it this one, random strike. Color shift, it's apply color shift to all image. We can modify it. For example, we can go to the blue, and you can see right here we start shifting to the blue color. So you can modify this as well. Okay, we'll disable color shift so it's plain white. We also have it fading on a light which applied, can go fade off the screen or can fade. We have it object above up front. We can fade this effect behind the object, so it's kind of look a little bit more realistic and positioning. So we're going and place right here. We can fade this effect from behind the object as well. Right here you can see it start kind of not overlaying up front. Okay, if you need it, you can disable this so the effect will go right here up front of the object. Okay, as well is fade inside the fog if we have it enabled. The one of the interesting effect, and I think this is kind of more than you can see right here, it's a reflection. Reflection is what happened with the lens. You can see right here, it's creating effect of the lens. The reason is why, because your lens have maybe multiple glasses inside. In each glass created different distortions, and this is light effect it's applying. The view can simulate very well from already preset some of the fixes, and you also can go in a custom, which have a very complex and very extensive reflection editor. You can see right here you have a different type lens, which with positions, type of reflection you can select it, colors, size and intensity. So you can assemble all your lens if you want it. Also save it, load it. You can open lens, for example, if you shot on a 7-200 on a Canon lens, you can open in an editor, see how lens simulating with all colors and with positioning and string intensity. Save this lens and reuse in your other one shootings and simulation of environmental. The best parts, of course, if we're using, let's say, 105 or actually maybe something stronger, back to this, when we move our light, you'll notice our lens is moving again, so it's animation applied. So you can simulate with the lights. For example, if you have it in real life and you want to create set extension with some lightings, you can match the lens effect animating and it will blend just like inside. So it's a very good effect. And this is lens flares you can add, and again you can add locally to this, or you can go through the atmosphere editor. You can apply to directional and other lights, modifying and enable lens flare for the global fall of them.